What is up, boys and girls? It is your boy, Machete Mantis, aka Unfunny Kid, Hector, Roland, 90 million names at this point. I'm trying to do something a little new with content. I'm a huge anime buff, and I know a lot of you out there are too, so I want to give you a little anime discussion every Sunday about. I watch one anime a week at least. I have a life, don't judge. But I just want to share with you my thoughts and opinions on anime that I've seen, and we're calling this the Sunday Anime Chat. I'm hitting you with the SAC, that's right, I said it. So this week's video is My Hero Academia, or anime rather, and I just want to go through a rundown of what I think about it, what good, bad, should you watch it, is it garbage? Most of what I watch is garbage, but there's some gems out there, so I just want to, hit you with a gem this week. This one is an anime that I think is going to hit the top 10 animes of all time if it keeps going the pace that it's going. It's about a story. This kid, he goes by Deku. He just wants to be a superhero in this world of gifted people. Like, this goes in the future. People have got these things called quirks. These quirks give them superpowers, and it's essentially like the X-Men. The story isn't super original, but it is what it is. Some of them have exploding hands, as you can see, can use gravity, super strength, super speed, control temperature, just have beast forms, things like they're actually pretty creative with what they have as superpowers, but each individual, it goes beyond that. It goes beyond the superpowers. The characters, the story, everything is super interesting. And actually, I should have started with this. I'm going to be rating each anime on a criteria of what is good, bad, and like what topics of each anime are good and bad, what you should look out for. The categories I'm going to be rating on are story, characters, art and soundtrack, originality, and the intangibles. The fifth one, intangibles, is just kind of like my own feel on it. Like, it's that goosebump feeling that you get when you watch an anime. That's like my own input on what I'm going to be going in that topic. So for My Hero, the story is good. The story is like nothing super out of the ordinary. Like I said, it's like X-Men. Like, the world's already accepted this quirks, and every character in the anime wants to be a superhero. Those superheroes have those powers that they want to use to save the world. Of course, there are villains, so it's the classic story of good versus evil. And can the new characters, the new generation, overcome the villains of old and kind of reclaim the safety and peace that they want in the world? So, story, solid story. I can get behind it. Anyone that loves superheroes, grew up with Marvel, DC, whatever, it's got a good side, a dark side, and a happy side to it. It's not super dark yet, but I could see it getting to that point. Character-wise, this is where it hits the golden stride. It goes into these characters' detail, like super background, super in-depth stories. Each character has an episode, or they're getting to that point, and you just become invested in them. You're like, at first, they make you feel for them. They make you get behind them, and then they'll take a left turn. You'll be like, whoa, I didn't know that about that character. What's going on? They make you feel so many things, and they do really well done with the writing down to the characters in the story. You root for the people that you shouldn't root for. You actually question who you should be rooting for at certain points, and it's just an awesome, awesome thing. Art and soundtrack, probably the most top-notch art I've seen in an anime in a long time. One of the things that Dragon Ball Super came out, was criticized for its horrible artwork, horrible animation, and it takes away from the feel of it. It makes it it takes away from what you realize you're watching an anime because the art's so bad in that one sometimes. In this one, that is not a problem. They go digital, natural artwork. People draw this shit step by step. You can tell that they put a lot of work, and there's a lot of emotion in each scene that matters, more importantly. And if you read mangas, if you're into mangas, it matches up with the manga almost spectacularly, and they don't skip on the emotion that the manga puts out on. The anime is right on par with what they want you to feel and what they want you to project. Originality, I gotta dock the grade a little bit on originality. This is probably its weakest point. Like I said, superhero thing's been done. They have their own spin on it. They have their own unique unique perspective on each character, and the characters do feel unique, but the story itself, it's, let's be honest, it's been done before. Like, it's not anything super spectacular, but the way they go through it, the storytelling aspect, the way they present it, it has its own style, even though the idea isn't totally new. And the intangibles. If you're not having goosebumps while you're watching the show, like, you need to go see a doctor. This show is super. You feel it. You watch it. Sometimes you forget you're like watching on a TV screen. It's like the drawing down to the characters, down to the backstory. You get immersed, and you cannot wait till the next week. Like, that's the big thing. You cannot wait week to week to watch the next episode of this anime. You want to see what happened, what's going down, who's getting stronger, how they're getting stronger as both characters and personal strength, and how it's going to turn out, who's dying, who's not, who's staying alive, what is going to happen. You cannot wait till the next week to see this next episode of this anime. It is ongoing, I'll say that, so a lot of people like to watch animes fully through. This one does take a break from season to season. It's in season 2 right now, but I can tell you it's going to be around. If you want to get started, now's the time. I also like to throw in a sub versus dubbed. You want to watch this in subbed, mostly because dub doesn't exist. I hope it does in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened on Toonami, and like you'd see this is the next big thing, hands down. Final rating, if I had to give it one, my rating system's gonna go from S all the way down to X, A plus down to F minus in between those. So S, A plus, A minus, A minus, B plus, B, so on, all the way down to X. X means don't even look at it. You might throw up. S means this is, like, from start to finish, the best anime in the world. That's going to be super tough to get. Right now, I have to give this, and I'm a tough grader, A minus. This is definitely something you want to get into. It's young, though. That's the reason why I give it A minus. The originality is also another part of it, but the characters and superpowers are original. Some of the powers, you're like, whoa, that's a pretty cool idea. Who thought of that? But the show itself, the writing, the characters, the soundtrack, the art, and just the thrill and suspense and presentation of the actual events that happen in the show are immaculate. So, still young, so A minus right now. Down the line, I could only see it going up, honestly. This show has a lot of potential. That's why I'm giving it such a high grade, but not the max. So, definitely watch this shit. Get back to me. You've just been sacked. Peace out.